Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Campfire Stories D&D. Please join us by the firelight as we tell our stories. We are back with another episode of Curse of Strahd. The last session was quite the session, to say the least. Lots of twists and turns, a few burns. So let's go ahead and figure out who's going to be giving our little recap for the night. Um, Everyone roll a d20, and the highest roll will recap for us.
Won't be me.
Rolled a 9.
I rolled a 4. You rolled a 1.
It was me. I got a 10, guys.
All right, Danica.
I'm
Go
like,
ahead
oh yeah,
and fill
a
us
10?
in.
No way, it's me. It
Never
was literally like,
underestimate
what
the power
funny
of
if I rolled a
terrible
1 and then rolled a 1. So we started it with going to the dinner, complaining the whole way there that we were walking. Made half a joke of, oh, it would have been nice if they provided transportation.
Keep going.
We then saw the transportation that they provided, thought it was a bit ironic. We go there. In the meantime, Diana is with our little sister. What the fuck was Irina?
Irina Kolyana.
Irina. And they were getting attacked, so they ran. They met Ivan. He's like fucking 12 feet tall and had Ismark dangling from his belt. We go to dinner. Strahd's playing his own theme music. Vess and Priscilla were also there. They were just eating dinner though. We have to wait for Strahd to be done with his theme music. Strahd is pissed that we did not bring Diana, Irina. And my guess is also Ismark, given that he had a place at the table. We learned that Nether was born in Barovia. Her dad's a piece of shit. She was promised to Strahd, is the heir to the throne. We learned that Strahd was not the one that brought us to Barovia. His higher being did. Nether's a vampire now. Ivan is half hill giant. We then came across Granny and Granny's fam killing some kids. They were Hansel and Gretel in it, making them into food. We just vibed for the night. We attacked them in the morning. Almost got a TPK, but we're good. And 2 of us are currently unconscious.
One
This is
stable and
pretty
one
accurate. Does anyone want to add anything?
Oh, I got more. Okay. So yeah, I 1v1 Strahd.
Mm-hmm.
I did pretty good.
You did very good.
I did, though, piss him off, because I apparently disrespected him. He can be Nether can bargain with him, we learned. If she agrees to be his heir.
Nether did bargain with him.
Not very well.
No, not well at all.
No, not really.
We learned the name of his bellboy. Irina knows that her brother's dead.
Irina also pretty damn good with a sword.
Yeah.
Killed it.
I taught her very well. She helped us a great deal in that fucking fight.
Which, by the way, if y'all
That's
did
all
not
I
see
got.
that fight, like, probably the best combat I've ever been a part of in D&D.
It was a crazy fight, y'all.
It was real good.
Never underestimate the power of the Bardic Knock spell.
Have you ever watched a man cast a magic missile 15 times in a row? Well, go back to our last episode and you can see just that.
It was the only way they knew they could hit.
Ain't nobody here got shield.
Me and my incredibly high AC.
That was definitely a challenge to overcome.
But now we stand, well, some of us stand Most of us are battered, broken, bruised, or unconscious.
Question.
Yes.
So where we last left off, I cast Spare the Dying on Nether and Araya. With my wife being down, do I even notice that Spare the Dying has no effect on Nether?
Immediately, no. You are more concerned with stabilizing your wife, getting her back up and functioning. Um, After a few moments of kind of like holding her face, trying to figure out what you can do, because you're pretty tapped on spells at this point, correct?
Yes.
You do notice that there are still these surges of pain, this blood bubbling up from wounds from Nether, and she is still struggling to cling to life. I will say for the audience, we did have Alexa, aka Nether, roll one death saving throw off of camera, which was a success. We will go ahead and start off with one more death saving throw for me.
And
Oh yeah, the last one was a
it
10.
was a 10. Okay. Wish me
Oh
luck,
yeah, that
y'all.
one thing I forgot in the recap. Nether's now a vampire.
Nether
No
is
big
indeed
deal.
now a vampire.
You said it.
No big deal.
Nether's gone full
Thank
vampire.
God, it's 19.
19, that's another success. 2 successes, 0 failures. All right.
You
You
try to
kind of all
use.
have the vibe of what's going on here. You're in this windmill tower. You've just slain the hags, but you have two teammates that are both incapacitated. What would you like to do? How are we moving forward?
You try and use holy magic against a fucking vampire.
Yeah, I did. I wasn't thinking the clearest.
Oh. I don't have much time. Give me a second. I'm gonna try and make a. I'll go ahead and give you advantage on your medicine check.
Okay.
It's just like this.
Natural 18. So 24.
All right. So Nether is stabilized but unconscious. You kind of hold pressure, just gripping onto your wrist and pressing down, trying to stop this bleeding going on.
Speaking of, what does the blood look like? For my sake.
Your blood right now is pitch black. It is more of an ichor than it is blood.
Delightful. Delicious.
It is the blood of undeath. But you do stabilize Nether. The thing about it is you're pretty familiar with most things medically. You've done extensive training and research. You've never tried to perform medicine on an undead creature. So you're kind of looking for that breathing to return to normal, but there is no breathing.
Right.
There is no warmth. There is no heartbeat. So it's kind of a guessing game in terms of how do the muscles move? How do they react to your touch? But you do get them into a state where you are confident that they're going to be okay. They are just not going to wake up for a while.
After I make sure they're both all right. Well, I reckon we get the kids out of those cages and we all sit and take a long rest. A big fat nap in the middle of the morning.
Yeah, I'll hop into the other one. I think they might not like the look of me.
That's fair.
Although she's rough, so don't get her to do a lot of lifting.
No, I can get the cages.
Cool. Deuces. And she just kind of like slumps back, and it's almost like between camera shots, she's a completely different person. Before Diana's just kind of, anybody get the registration on the carts that just hit us? Oh God, ow.
You wanna sit down here for a little bit, keep an eye on them?
They'll be fine. Let's check up on them kids.
All right.
Irina
Heading
kind of
upstairs.
steps forward and she's like, I'll tend to our fallen comrades for now.
Thank you.
We're gonna.
And
You
she pulls
also-
out some bandages and begins like wrapping wounds and kind of just like checking them for heat on their faces. Is a little shocked with Nether that there's no warmth at all. It's just a cold touch.
We're gonna talk about how much of a badass you are in a second.
Yes.
And
Um,
there's just like a very like kind of like hovering Casper flight beside you of like using whatever energy she has.
but you both do head up the first set of stairs, and you see this section of this windmill is where they would grind the bones into a powder for flour to make their baked goods. There's not a whole lot going on here other than this large mill in the middle with all sorts of small bones scattered around the flagstones here. There are a few barrels that seem to be full of grain and different materials like that, but nothing of particular use to you. So you kind of check it out and move on to the next layer. This is where you come to what is somewhat of a bedroom. There are three beds here lined up next to the window. There is a small chest here, locked, closed, and in the corner of the room, kind of in the shadows, you see a cage with two small children in it. A little boy and a little girl, no more than 7 years old apiece, the boy being maybe slightly older than the girl, and he's kind of like squatting in front of her, trying to just shield her from view. He's got his hand above his eyes, and he's not saying a word. He's just trying to see who it is that is coming up.
Hey there. Uh, y'all look like you've seen better days.
Uh, are you are you one of them?
We're here to help. We've taken care of them.
I heard the fighting downstairs, but are you really that strong?
Well, it was difficult.
Yeah, it was probably the toughest fight of our lives, but we're here. We're here at the end of it.
They're
Those,
not.
those ladies were very scary.
You are going to be totally fine now. Do you know how or where they keep the keys to this cage? Can we get you out of it?
Um, the one that called herself Granny always locked and unlocked it. I don't know where she kept the keys though. And this is the little boy kind of just doing all the talking right now. The little girl is peeking over his shoulder, but she seems not only shy but just horribly traumatized.
Mm.
Um, are there any others other than you two?
There were, but not anymore.
Okay, we'll mull over that in a quick second. Um, I'm gonna ritual cast detect magic. Um, just to see if the cages themselves are enchanted.
You do so, and it's 30-foot radius, right?
Yeah.
You get some pings from downstairs, like the bottom floor, but there's no magic anywhere else in here.
Okay. We're good to either find the keys or I don't know if you just want to pop the lock off.
I'm myself not very inclined with lockpicking. I will go run Granny's pockets though.
No, that's fair. That's entirely fair. Also, y'all two probably should not go downstairs unless you. I mean, you feel like you've hit like the trauma ceiling and you've kind of
No, I think we'll
crested
let
over
them
into, just being completely jaded.
we'll let them stay up here while we clean up down there.
I'm fine with that.
I'm also going to float over. It's not going to, quote unquote, increase their. It's not going to give them temp HP, but I do still have like some of the pastries left over from the party the previous day with the Vistani. I'm going to fly over and kind of give them some of the pastries and be like, y'all look like you could use a bit of a snack.
Um, they seem very hesitant at first. You didn't get these from here, did you?
No, no, no. I was like part of a little campfire party, um, like a day ago. Had nothing to do with them, and in fact, I'm not a very big fan of their pastries.
And as you kind of take a closer look at these kids, though in stature they are very scrawny, somewhat malnourished children. Their stomachs are extremely bloated. Like, at least in the past few days, they have been severely overfed. Like, they don't have a lot of weight on them, but their stomachs are descended, and someone was trying to fatten them up, obviously.
Fair enough. I was like, I think this is just honestly crust and some kind of fruit.
Yeah. So they take it and they look it over. They kind of pull it apart with their hands. These children have seen a lot already, and they're just looking over every aspect. And eventually, they just pinch off little pieces and slowly eat it. And they do thank you, but you can tell these children. It's going to take a long time for them to be okay, and right now is not the time.
You are good to be
And while
cautious.
she's doing that, I'm looking for the keys.
You head downstairs and you begin pilfering through the pockets of Morgantha. You find a few things. The first thing you do find is a key ring with about 3 or 4 keys on it. You see one that kind of, to you, says it's probably the key to the cages the children are locked in. The other one is probably the key to the front door. And then another one is somewhat of like a lockbox or chest key.
So, like the
Um,
box we saw on the 3rd floor.
yeah.
Cool.
Another thing you find is a sack that, like a burlap sack almost, but it is sewn together of human flesh.
Yikes. I will. Is there anything in the sack?
You open the sack and it is a black void inside of it.
Why do the gods like fucking with me like this? I'm gonna keep it, even though morally I feel like I shouldn't.
It's
But I will.
very roughly sewn together. This is not the skin of one person; it is the skin of
I get
many.
it.
Um,
You don't have to go any further, actually. I'd prefer if you didn't. Amara is not looking at it, just shoving it in her pockets.
all right.
I think she just. This is when Diana's like coming backwards down the stairs, where she just kind of like, you guys are good to be cautious. You know, it's doing good. Like, I know I'm good, but you don't know, so that's great. Amara, what did you fuck me?
I think it's maybe a bag of holding. I'm not sure yet, but it is just endless void inside. So we're gonna hang on to it and see. But I did find the keys.
I mean, do you want to try and tip it upside down? Like, typically when you do that, like, everything pops out of it.
But doesn't it also explode?
No, that's if you put one inside of the other.
Oh shit! All right, let's get the kids out first.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna run
Either
the
of
pockets
you
of the
can
other
make
two
an
as well.
Arcana check really quickly. You probably had dealings with magical items like this in the past, so you may or may not know what it's holding in.
I
I
rolled
also-
well, but I don't think my intelligence is very high.
I also do have detect magic still going.
Yeah, this is not a bag of holding. You
Oh,
don't know
man.
exactly what it is. It is magic. It's not a bag of holding, though.
I rolled
But
a
it-
natural 19, but I have a -1, so 18.
Okay, that's pretty good. Let's see what Diana rolls.
That's actually better than me, who is proficient in Arcana. So that is 15 for me.
Okay, so from what you know of night hags in particular, Amara, this is what is known as a soul bag,
Ooh, rough.
which is hags use this to capture the souls of evil entities and use them for trade in the nine hells to make deals with devils.
I will be hanging on to it, however.
And
Just
from
in
the way
case
that
we
it
need.
moves, as in this bag does move on its own as you hold on to it, it is containing someone's soul.
Yikes. We'll address this all later. We'll figure it out at another moment. I'm getting the kids out of the cages.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fair. And I'm gonna run the pockets of the other two while that's happening.
You find a mixture of ingredients. There's nothing that would be of value to an adventurer necessarily. I'll say between them, you find about a dozen gold pieces. Other than that, it's just like very strange ingredients. You find like rat tails. You find small mushrooms and powders and things like that. Um, yeah,
Is
the
there
biggest
anything
magical
else?
thing you got here was this downstairs area is kind of their cooking area. There's cabinetry. There is a little cage with chickens in it. There's a cart rolled in here. There is one cabinet kind of next to an oven that is currently on and baking what permeates like this sweet, fresh baked bread smell throughout the building. this cabinet has a very strong magical aura about it, as though something inside of it it's containing several magical objects of some sort.
And like these magical objects are working together to be this furnace kind of thing.
No, it's a cabinet right beside the furnace, and inside of it there is some sort of magic.
Do I get the school?
Um,
The worst part about the detect magic spell as a DM.
enchantment is one, and then that's the only thing you get is enchantment.
Okay.
The other ones are magical, but not necessarily from any school. It is a very dull magic, almost like an alchemical magic,
I am
somewhat like familiar to a healing potion.
I'm gonna head over to this cabinet. Uh, I will test the handle. Is it locked?
It's not locked. Easy enough. You can kind of just pull it open, and there's jars of just about everything in here. There are jars of bat wings, jars of raw sulfur powder, things like that. The three things that stick out to you are three elixirs that are labeled each individually. The first one that you were getting the enchantment aura from is an elixir labeled youth with a handwritten label on it. All these labels are handwritten. The second elixir is labeled laughter, and the third elixir is labeled mother's milk.
Okay.
I don't like that.
You don't have to like it for it to be a thing.
Elixirs times 3, and you said youth, laughter, and mother's milk.
I did
Yeah.
say those words, unfortunately.
Those were words that came out of your mouth. Okay, well, I do not have the identify spell. So I will just kind of pick those up, add them to my other enchantment potion that I have in my bag, and just be like, well, we'll take a look at that eventually, I guess. And those are the only things that I got pings off of.
Yes, that is really it in terms of magical stuff in this building.
All right, we can cut over to Miss Freeze the Kids.
All right, Amara, you head back upstairs and you begin unlocking this cage. And um, this floor is absolutely rank with the scent of many things, being bodily fluids, body odors. These children have been here probably a week and have not been let out to do literally anything. So they are in a state of disarray. Their hair is matted. They're filthy. And you have not seen them really show any trust or warmth at all, other than when you unlock that cage, they immediately come out and wrap their arms around your legs and start sobbing.
I kind of like pat both of them on the head. Is there like a bed in this room, or like is it like pallets, or what's the? Or is that in the second floor? Where the hags sleeping at?
They sleep on this floor.
I will try to like make them a like lay out a blanket or whatever I have to do to give them like an area they can sit on. And for a while I'll just kind of sit and start trying to comb out their hair. I have like brushes on me. I assume I have long hair also. So yeah, I'll do that, and then I do really want to unlock that box when I get the opportunity to, but I will tend to them first.
You sit with them for a little bit, and the little girl finally does find her voice, and she just kind of looks up to you. What's your name?
I'm Amara.
Are you gonna take care of us?
Well, for the time being, yes. We're currently trying to get to Vallaki, so we'll try to find you all somewhere to stay there once we get there.
Okay. I've never been there before.
Where are you from?
Barovia.
Oh. I'm not going to say this, but they could have died if they had stayed in Barovia. So not a thank you to the hags, but sometimes the fates be working.
This Curse of Strahd really is just like the lesser of two evils.
Yeah.
Truly, at every turn.
I actually just left Barovia not too long ago.
Is everyone okay there?
A little shaken up.
Okay.
They have kind of like calmed down. I I will open that box.
Okay. As you approach this box, you hear thumping and movement from the inside of it.
Ugh. I'm on 6 hit points. I'm gonna wait on that one actually.
Okay. So you wait. After a little bit of time, you kind of hear what you can only describe as a croak coming from the inside, and then some more thudding.
Call Diana back up the stairs.
Hey, oh, okay, so you did get the kids out. Hi there.
Yeah, they're recovering. I think there's a big ass toad in that box.
Okay. I'll be honest,
Very
doesn't even
scared to
crack
open
the
it.
top 5 weirdest things today.
No, but it's making noise, and I'm very hurt. And literally, a burst of wind could knock me out right now. So I'm
I'm
frightened
feeling
to
you on
open it,
that.
but I'm very curious.
I'm really feeling you on that. I'm thinking maybe we just like have ourselves a bit of a nappy nap, and maybe then we'll open this thing.
Yeah, that's fine.
But I think that we take it downstairs.
Yes, that was my next thought.
Yeah. Trying to lift this lockbox. How heavy are we talking?
It's not that heavy, maybe 20 pounds ish.
Okay.
And as you go to lift it, um, I'm gonna assume are you both like picking it up together?
I feel like it would weigh Diana's flight down.
Yeah.
So I'll
you wanna go
pick it
ahead?
up.
Yeah.
All right, you pick it up, and immediately it almost is like a vibrating sensation, as it's just thump, 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 thump all around it, and it's like movement back and forth inside of this.
These little frog legs are freaking out in there.
I mean, I hope there's like a hole or something. Like
Upon closer inspection, it seems as though the lid of this has many holes drilled into the top of it.
okay, so this thing is gonna live, and we're good on that. Um, yeah, let's go ahead and take this downstairs and put it on a shelf. And then, like, just. I guess we're just gonna take a nap in Murder Tower. And that's probably fine.
Yeah, well, I think we're gonna send another friend to come up here and sit with you all. I'm sure you know her. Know of her maybe. You know Irina from Barovia?
They both like light up. Irina.
We're gonna have her come sit up here with y'all for just a little bit while we go get some rest, alright?
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah,
They kind of start whispering to each other and like saying she's the princess of Barovia and all these different things to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Also, wasn't like Irina mostly known in Barovia for having not been seen very often?
No, only in her youth. Some people saw her as a plague to the village, but also some people saw her as the village's last hope.
But like, in terms of seeing her physically with their eyes.
No, no one had seen her in over a decade physically. They knew of her existence. They knew she was alive, but in terms of seeing her. No one even really knows what she looks like anymore.
And these kids look under a decade old.
Yes, but it's very possible that they were told legends of her, depending on their parents' viewpoint
Yeah.
of the Burgomeister.
But
So
they
like,
seem positive.
they
They
seem
seem positive,
positive,
yeah.
but like, but yeah, basically this girl is like a storybook superhero.
Yes,
And we just told them like, hey, she's gonna hang out with you. It's basically like
yes,
if someone said like, hey, we're gonna get Wonder Woman downstairs to just hang out with you guys.
yes. That's exactly kind of the response you got.
Yeah. So, I guess I'll carry that big ass box down the stairs. Um,
And
are
you
there
do.
any changes in Nether or Rye? Are they still just passed out?
Well, I rolled for both of them on their unconsciousness,
Uh-huh.
and Araya will be unconscious for another hour. Nether
Okay.
will be unconscious for another 4 hours.
Okay. Well, Irina, you've got some big fans looking to meet you.
Oh, sorry.
You're fine.
Fans, you say? The children?
They've heard stories. They got real excited when I said you'd come sit with them. We're gonna try to get some rest and clean up some of this so they're not any further traumatized by the hags.
Are they Barovians?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, I'll go see to them. Maybe I can cook us all up a real dinner here, perhaps.
Thank you. That would be lovely.
That'd be fantastic.
And she'll go upstairs, and you hear just immediately like the sound of praise almost from children. And they talk for a moment, and then maybe 20, 30 minutes passes, and she comes back down and she begins like completely just dumping everything out of the kitchen, like cleaning pans and taking from y'all's rations and supplies and trying to make something adequate for everyone to eat.
We'll attempt to at least drag the bodies of the hags like outside and around like the back of the windmill.
You do. And as you kind of walk around the back of the windmill, you see on like a downhill slope, there are 4 stone pillars kind of set up in an array around each other with what was grassland is like been dug up into a dirt patch with almost like, I don't want to say pentagram because that's not exactly what it is, but it's like a casting circle out in the dirt behind this place.
Okay. Ominous. But yeah,
Easily
after
enough,
I-
you drag them out one after another. You've never been this close to fiends, and the scent of rot and decay sets in immediately. There is a strong burning smell of sulfur in the air, and it seems as though these beings decay rapidly. As you're beginning to pull them, the flesh sloughs from the bones as you drag them. They are withering away in the matter of hours.
gross. So yeah, I'll kind
Welcome
of
to Barovia.
drag the last one out. Try to wipe that all off of my hands unsuccessfully, and go back inside.
And you do so. I'll say about the time that Irina has figured out how to make food in this abode, and you have removed and cleaned up the remnants of these hags. Your party members begin waking up one after another.
That fucking sucked.
Yeah, it did.
Hey.
I'm gonna immediately run up to Amara and just like grab her face and look her over, make sure she's okay.
I'm not the one you should be worried about right now.
I look over at Nether.
I
I
was
just immediately look back to you.
more meaning yourself, but
I'm fine.
you just woke up from being unconscious.
I don't care about myself. I care about you.
She's fucked up, by the way, like bruised, battered, bleeding.
Which one of us?
Araya,
Okay.
Oh.
you're on 1 HP.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on
Yeah.
6, so we're both kind of hanging in there right
Everyone's
now.
a little fucked up right now, to be honest.
As I'm gonna kiss Amara on the forehead as I give her 15 health.
Oh my god. You are on 1.
I then give the last 5 to myself.
Okay,
You both
okay.
heal a bit.
I'm gonna fly over to Nether. Hey, darling, how you
Nether, you
doing?
are just now coming to consciousness.
I thought I had another 2
What the
hours.
fuck was that?
I didn't think it was gonna be that loud. And then it just
Solid
kept
7.
coming.
That shit damn near peaked the mic.
Over here summoning eldritch deities.
I'm so sorry.
uh, you doing good, darling? Don't move too quick.
What? That sucked.
Yeah,
I mean, it was great until it was not great
yeah.
at all.
That's
I like how both of your first words were, that sucked. Like, man, you both woke up and said that.
to be fair, they're the ones who do get to say that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I woke up just that fucking sucked. She wakes up, that sucked.
But we're all good. Everybody's alive. The kids are freed.
That's good.
There's a lockbox with like a fucking frog or some shit in it.
Hope it's a frog. It croaked at me, and I'm really scared to open it. But I'm healthier now, so I think I can do it.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
This box, and I'll pick up the box again. I'm sure you can hear the pitter patter of the feet.
Oh yeah, it's just immediately.
It's locked, and I really want to open it.
Do I get the vibe that it's a toad in there?
Make
Can I make, like, a nature check?
nature check.
Ah, yes, I have the best modifier for nature. 11.
Yeah, if you had to guess, it's probably like a dozen, if not more, toads in this box.
Y'all know that one sound on TikTok that I really want to lick this mud sound? That's just Amara with this box right now. Like, I really want to open it.
You
I
and
mean-
I have different For You pages.
If
It was on Josh's, to be fair, so...
That tracks.
do you want me to try and get the lock off?
I got the key.
Oh.
Should we all be like relatively healed up? Well, okay, wait. This took an hour, right? So would this have counted as a short rest?
Sure.
Well,
Not for me, though.
if that's the case, I'm gonna roll.
No,
my-
only for the two of us.
This is essentially downtime right now. There are no threats. Y'all are good right now.
So the kids are doing all right then.
Yeah, they are upstairs with Irina.
Okay.
Well, Irina's cooking. They were upstairs. She sat with them for a while. They're Brovians, but they're shaken up, but seem to be handling everything okay as well as they can.
And Irina's okay?
Irina did wonderfully.
Wonderful.
Not a scratch on her.
That's good.
Actually.
Yeah.
Irina's kind of cooking. I guess all that training paid off. You hungry?
Very hungry.
Yeah, that'd be
Am I
great.
hungry? Actually, better question, Josh. Am I hungry?
You know what? You are hungry.
Okay.
The way Josh started this little thing has me really afraid right now. I'm just actually.
Oh, actually, yeah, I know. Oh, with Irina?
Yeah.
Hard agree.
What are you hungry for, Nether? That's the question you need to be asking.
I don't freaking know.
I can take a guess.
Yeah. if you
Yeah,
guys-
I could too. An educated one, even.
Especially after taking so much damage, it's just natural to be hungry.
No, I'm
So
actually really hungry.
Diana, with her chef feat, at the end of a short rest, helps her create, a couple of these little like breakfast quiches. And she knows that they can be quite revitalizing, but she knows that that's not going to work for Nether.
Nope.
So she goes, "Oh dear, Nether, sweet and love, would you mind if I just had a conversation with the Holy Wives for a second?"
Sure. I go and help Irene. Is she in the kitchen? What's Irene up to?
Well,
right
you're
now?
kind of all in the kitchen area right now.
Well, I'll go vibe with her. A little closer.
We'll head up to the second floor.
Okay.
Cool.
Irina kind of pulls you over and gets you stirring a pot and just starts talking to you. Just about nothing, really. But you have a nice little conversation as the others head upstairs.
I'm the only one with the health right now to feed her.
Well, I have this lovely stack of sweets that kind of are a little bit magical and can help you out super quick like. So it's up to you how much you want to feed her. But this should be able to help you out. And
No.
she basically
Would
describes
we-
to you in game the out of game 68 worth of healing that you
Okay.
have, assuming that you wharf down all 6 of these pastries.
Between the short rest and 15 points of healing, I'm almost back at full health. I'm just out of spell slots. I could flick you over right now, love. I'm the only one that can do this.
Grimy. No, you're not.
I'll be fine.
No. I'll
Yes.
do it.
No,
I'll
you're
do
not.
it.
This isn't a conversation.
Exactly.
I'm doing it.
It's not a conversation.
I'm doing it, and everything's gonna be fine.
Why can't she do it? And she'll point to Diana.
I could.
Where's Vraska?
I have Vraska's done for the day.
Ouch.
Both emotionally and physically, she could not give a shit.
Where's a cup? We'll just put some blood into a cup. Keeps a
Fine.
newborn vampire away from a vein or an artery.
But I'm the one bleeding into the cup.
I can help her revitalize that, that pain. I know that, no, we don't have the best of histories, but if that battle has taught you anything, or I have your back.
No, it's not your first fight. Lesbians fight more than anyone.
I will be
We will
fine.
be talking about this later.
That's fine. We can talk about it later. Do you have a cup?
There's gotta be a cup in here.
I got a flask in my pocket, but
I got a flask. I go find a cup.
There's most certainly some teacups downstairs.
great, a teacup.
Cool. We
Yeah,
can,
that's
we,
about
can,
it.
we can give her multiple servings. That works too.
None of you, other than Diana possibly, even knows how much blood it takes to satiate a vampire.
Nope.
She's getting a cup.
What if that just pisses her off? What if we just let her feed? I mean,
You don't
oh my god.
have to. You could just push her off. Like, I'm totally down for you doing like a sports takedown or something like that. But we
Exactly. If I start to turn pink, because I'm a red tiefling, so if I start losing my color, you tackle her off me.
Amara gonna hit her with a judo throw.
just hit her with the yacht. Okay.
She did fine feeding on Vraska, and that was her first time feeding. I think
She's just woken up and was still loopy.
Yeah.
I don't want a hungry vampire near your vital points.
But you healed yourself, so you're not on theoretical 1 HP. She still is. If it gets bad, you just bonk her over the head.
Bonk.
Bonk is now a medieval term.
I also do have a first level spell slot back because I converted my last 2 sorcery points. I could technically fairy fire Nether if you need to absolutely knock her the fuck out.
So we'll be fine.
And she do it from your wrist?
Yes.
Fine. We're still
I wasn't
talking
gonna let her
about
fight
this
anywhere
later.
else.
Alright, everybody, let's go get this awkward shit over with. We're gonna make our way into the 2nd floor.
And you do so.
Has Nether at this point gone full hunger mode and mounted Irina?
No.
Okay. Because I did realize that we just left her downstairs with a fully warm-blooded individual.
Yeah, but Irina, after handling the hags, she could take Nether in this weakened state right now. I mean...
Also, I think Nether might be somewhat kind of into Irina, and that might just
Thank
be
you.
like
I'm glad we're getting that out in the open. I've thought that for a while now.
100%. Ever since the first meeting.
Yeah.
Do you think her going all vampy is going to make Irina, like, more or less into her? Because I'm not going to lie, like, when y'all came out, she kind of had that, like, vampire glamour thing, like, going with her. Like, it's kind of... Look.
It's too early to tell.
I think it's too early to tell.
Okay. It also might remind her of the person who is trying to stalk her.
Yeah.
So.
But, Nether?
What?
Will you come outside with me?
Alright.
I'm not doing this in front of Irina.
Whose accent was that? Huh?
I said I'm not doing this in front of Irina. But I'll walk you outside back towards like the summoning circle.
Okay.
I know you're hungry. This isn't gonna be easy for any of us. You get the same 5 seconds to feed that you got with Vraska, and I hold my wrist out.
This feels weird. Why can't I just eat like a cookie or something?
And though as weird as it feels, you feel extremely enticed. Like this is better than anything that could have been prepared in the kitchen.
I really don't want to do this.
Really don't want you to, but we
like with Vraska it's different because she is a vampire, but
it'll be fine.
Are you sure?
Yes. Quickly before I change my mind.
Okay. Hold on.
You grip onto her forearm and sink your newly developed fangs into her flesh. Amara, you wince in pain as she bears down both top and bottom jaw, locking your arm into place. Nether, this is the first time you've fully tasted blood truly. The first time you were semi-unconscious, so you really didn't experience it fully. It is sweeter than honey. It is more filling than any meal. It is delicious. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for me.
I'm holding an action to attack.
You're not outside with me, are you?
Yeah, she followed.
The rest of us definitely came out.
I would have made that a lot more uncomfortable if
I just didn't want Irina to see it.
Yeah, I'm behind you.
Whatever the hell 15 and 7 is 22?
You pass, so you do your feeding and you release.
Is this considered a bite attack?
It is.
Hey, babe.
How much damage do I take?
Yeah. Let's find out.
Now we get to find out some of her
complicated
stats.
and weird. for the necrotic damage too?
No, you do not get the necrotic damage yet.
Okay, got it. Okay, so that is 10 points of piercing damage. I rolled max damage on that. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
As she releases Amaro, you kind of stumble back for a moment as your blood, your arm just pours blood. You do feel pretty drained and weakened.
Well, instantly
I
try to
wrap
like
it.
tourniquet. Yeah, like just wrap it. I think we all deserve a good sleep.
Thank you for letting me do that, by the way.
We all need to be at the top of our game.
How many? Oh, so then I take. Okay. I got this.
You heal that much.
Sweet. Why did that do that? What just? There we go. Okay.
I'll go over to Amara and offer her some of the pastries that I've made. Like,
How long will those keep?
Technically, end of a short rest. So we're
All right.
we're skirting the edge of like when they would technically be allowed to be used.
I'll take 2.
Yeah, that would be your last opportunity to use them right now.
So that's 2d8s. They're a d8 per.
Okay. Oh god, my D8. 3 hit points.
Well, I tried. Also, when were you gonna tell us that there's a fucking summoning circle out here?
Oh, I was gonna get to that eventually. It kind of creeped me out, honestly.
Okay, we're gonna have a long rest, right? We're just gonna kind of camp out here for a bit.
I really hope so.
Okay, cool. I'm not gonna wait then. I'm just gonna use my first level spell slot to instacast Detect Magic. I want to get the school, if this is still like hot, because I'm like, is
You
it
kind of
congregation?
fly over and you see these stone towers are kind of all arching, like almost like leaning into one another. And as you get closer, you see this circle has a number of dried out organs, bones, necklaces, just different like pieces of like things people would have carried on their person. Um, you don't sense any magic coming from it necessarily, but if you want to go ahead and make a history or perhaps Arcana check for me, you may be able to get a bit more information from it.
Let's go with Arcana. That is an 11.
You can't really tell exactly the purpose, as this is more of like a very archaic old altar to some kind of higher being. It is
Can I
not
make an
necessarily,
Arcana check?
yeah. From what you can tell, it's not really used to cast spells, more to pay tribute to something.
Oh,
19.
would a religion check as well help for this?
Yeah, go ahead. With a 19, you and you can go ahead and make that check with advantage. From your background, essentially.
I think he's referring to you, Danny.
No, Diana, for your background,
Oh,
you would roll with advantage because it does almost seem familiar to you.
I mean, I already got a nat 19 on the dice, but I will go ahead and try for the crit. It is not a crit, so it is still a soft 20 religion.
So you recognize this as an altar and offering spot to the entity that these hags would have worshipped. A very wicked archfey um, by the name of Sathlin of the Crooked Teeth, and it's kind of a hag matron.
Could you spell that, please?
Yeah, I'll put it in chat.
All right.
And this is kind of like a boogeyman or boogie woman of the Fey realm.
So yeah, you just kind of see like Diana get a bit of a shiver. She's like, "Oh, these ladies bad. I mean, were bad. They dead now. But
Who
I
are they
mean,
worshipping?
uh, y'all in the material realm ever have like a story about a dark thing that'll come at you in the night?
Yeah.
Yeah, ours was real. Um, and these girls apparently pray to her.
The Fey Realm Boogeyman?
Yeah, you could say that. Um, I don't know, man. I just wish my mama could see this right now. This is what we do, right? Like as the bringers of light, we find these dark creatures, and we send them back to where they belong, and get rid of them from our realms. It's great to
Perhaps
see
one
that.
day you'll be able to get a message to her.
I hope so. But I feel like we have to deal with what's going on here first. Let's go back and see your beloved, and she's got like a wound on her arm, so she might feel like a kind of like a badass right now. You know, just won the battle and got the wounds to show for it. Like, you got this. I just kind of give a playful nudge in the shoulder of like very clearly the person with like the most strength here who like swings the sword, and I'm like, sorry.
You say like a little hint of amusement in Araya's eyes before it goes away.
And I will fly after everyone and kind of hunker down for the night.
You all reconvene on the bottom floor of the Bone Grinder. The night is yours.
Well, to be fair, I think it's like
The
lunchtime.
afternoon is yours. It's probably right around lunchtime, but you're all exhausted.
I go to bed.
Super tired.
I am the big spoon to my wife. I am just holding her.
Anyone else have anything they want to do?
I'm just kind of looking over everybody, just making sure they're feeling good. A little bit of a lingering look over at Nether. Just like there's a pride in like that she was able to stop herself. And just like, oh, this is gonna be rough. And she'll turn and kind of curl up in like a corner.
Okay. So sleep comes to you all. It's kind of hard to rest with the light kind of cascading through the different windows of this place, but you do all find sleep. Irina kind of goes upstairs and curls up with the children and just makes sure they're okay. But yeah, you all get the rest you need. Are you going to try to just kill time, rest through the night, or are we going to sleep like around 8 hours and get up in the late night and try to pursue more adventure after that?
Ladder. Get down.
Yeah, I guess 8 hours of sleep would put us into nighttime, right?
Yes.
I don't think.
Are we trying to get somewhere?
Velaki. I don't think that traveling during the nighttime is the smartest option for us.
Fair.
I think, we have at least one activity to to kill some time. Just find out what the fuck is up with this box of frogs.
Not what I was thinking.
I would love to.
Girl, put your sword back in its sheath. But yeah, I mean, like, we could open Amara's box.
I'm opening the box.
You're opening the box.
I will take it outside and open the box.
Okay. So you rifle through the keys until you find the one that matches the lock on this box, and click, open it up. You see the entire bottom of this box is covered with these small greenish yellow toads. And the second that any sort of light hits them, they begin jumping out in all different directions. Yeah, it is a box of frogs. What was that?
It was just frogs to the rest of them.
As the last few jump out, you do find a couple pieces of jewelry at the very bottom of it. Not any type of magical aura about them, but you do find a necklace and 3 rings, all about 25 gold pieces each.
What? Are there any stones on them?
It seems almost like these are ivory carved.
Okay.
Like,
I
for
will-
instance, say out of bone, or, marrow, or other gross things that these old bitches would have done.
That's exactly what they are.
I'm gonna leave them there.
Okay. You have a nice box if you want it.
I'm good,
Or
honestly.
perhaps a new pet frog.
Tell what it's made out of.
Can you tell what's made out of?
What the box is made out of.
This is just a wooden lock box.
Okay.
I was going to say, if it was lead, that would have been something to keep a hold
That
of.
was check, right?
Yeah.
Never hurts to check.
Mm-hmm.
This was just their frog stash.
Fair.
Yeah, y'all were hyping up the loot in this place, and let me tell you, Barovia is not the place for loot. Not a whole lot of stuff here.
Yeah, but I would have assumed the 3 evil magical hags would have been the people that had the good loot.
I mean, they had a soul bag,
They do have a soul bag.
and they had some frogs, so I guess it depends on what's important to you.
I mean, yeah, those were some good frogs.
Did we get down to the basement?
There is no basement that you're aware of here.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And we pinged all 3 levels, and the most magical things were the elixirs I found. By the way, I might as well let y'all know that I did find some elixirs. I don't know if y'all have the ability to magically identify anything, but they just kind of got some crude names like youth and laughter and mother's milk. That one's probably not great.
I don't have a way to tell what it is. And that's probably for the best.
What, you don't want to find out about the elixir of mommy milkers?
I do not know.
No?
I'm good.
I'm gonna hold on to them because I don't know. I mean, I might try and figure out what's going on.
Sure.
But
Whatever floats your boat.
yeah, 100%. Okay, so now we're.
If
not
you
only-
feel most comfortable keeping mother's milk with you, by all means.
I'll be honest with you. I don't think I've been quote unquote comfortable for a good while.
Fair.
So I'm thinking, hey, this makes me uncomfortable. Maybe that's a good thing here.
I see where you're coming from. That's just a pretty big leap still there for me. But, hang on to it. Maybe it'll become useful in the future.
Sure.
Maybe somebody's crazy. I'm not going to stop talking now. I don't want to talk about mother's milk anymore.
Maybe I will at a later time learn how to identify these things.
There we
I'll
go.
work on it. I'll work on it. So we still need to go to Vallaki. We still need to bring Irina there. We now have 2 other children that I suppose we've just kind of semi-adopted.
Yeah, there's not really much of Barovia to send them back to.
Yeah, did you tell them that, by the way?
No, I did not. I just said that everyone was a bit shaken up, but everyone was all right.
I think it might be for the best not to tell these what appear to be 7-year-old children what happened.
And there was no, like, can you get my mom and dad? It was just, are we with y'all now? So I don't think they had any family to return to anyway. They seem like all each other has left.
Cool. We got the orphans.
Did we tell them that they're with us now?
Yeah, for now. I said that we would probably be leaving them in Vallaki whenever we find somewhere safe for them.
I was gonna say, I don't want to drag any kids into this.
No, it's way too dangerous to just bring kids along with us. Well, when we have to, we have to.
Agreed.
How many are there?
2.
We have 2.
Oh, it's just 2 kids. I thought it was like a bunch of them.
Yeah, we got like a boy and a girl, and they seem to be, capable.
Horribly traumatized.
Yes.
Are they siblings?
I really didn't ask. I was just trying to calm the situation down. They were both very untrusting until we let them out of the cage. Possibly. He was very protective over her for sure.
At a first glance, they look very different in terms of
Okay.
like they're definitely from the same region, probably not the same family.
Gotcha.
Found family.
Yeah.
Do these old hags ladies have like spices and like herbs?
Ooh.
Yeah, most definitely.
I think I'm gonna grab me a bag of salt.
Oh yeah, they have pretty much any seasoning that you would really need for most cooking. I mean, they have dried garlic, they have salt, they have pepper, they have saffron.
Give me all of the saffron. I'm going to sell it and we'll be rich.
Honestly, we would be rich. Absolutely.
I mean, pick up that saffron. I'm gonna pick up that salt. And then once we've raided the pantries, I think we're good to head out.
Yeah.
So, are you guys heading out in the middle of the night?
No, I think we're going to wait until daybreak.
Okay. So you all kill some time for a while, maybe take another short. Yes?
Just wondering if I recover my level of exhaustion.
Yeah, you're good now. Any exhaustion or any negative modifiers or conditions you have are gone now.
Beautiful.
But you all spend the next the next 10 hours or so, preparing yourself from travel, taking another quick nap, gathering supplies, readying the children before you head out in the morning. As soon as dawn breaks, you all begin to strike out back down the same road. Is there any extra preparations you need to make, or are you just heading straight on to Vallaki?
I will share a pastry with Nether, and give us both 2 temporary hit points.
What kind of pastry was it?
Drugs.
I feel like she would want to try to recreate a blood taste as much as possible, but without using blood.
So liver.
Yeah, it's like it's a very meaty pastry, but the meat is like raw.
Hmm.
It's like kind kind of like took one of the chickens that was kind of on its way out, slaughtered it, and made kind of like a liver pate to go on this.
Yeah. So yeah, the crust is baked, but everything else is like fully raw.
Just like full mouthful. Just like, this is really good.
It is delicious to you. Very irony.
Irony, yum.
I cannot watch her eat that. It makes Amara sick.
Are you a vegetarian?
I am as close to a vegetarian as possible, yes. I still eat meat when I have to, but I don't want to.
Great.
But
You may have
all-
noticed when we were having dinner with Strahd that I would take all of the meat off of her plate and she would take all the veggies off of mine.
That's really cute. Hey, did you guys come up with a last name, by the way?
Nope.
We decided that we don't have one yet.
Okay, you're still deciding.
Yeah.
The marriage license just has an open space.
We gotta figure out, like, we both abandoned our last names, so we've got to figure it out together.
Yeah, we get to make our own.
Good reason.
But you prepare yourselves and you begin heading back down the road. For the past few days, it has been pouring rain in Barovia. Today is a little bit different. The skies are as clear as they can be. There is no rain. There is a chilly breeze blowing down from the mountains as you come closer to the city of Valaki, which you can see in the far distance. You are just at the foot of a mountain, the large Mount Bardock, as Irina explains to you. Few hours pass, probably about 3, as you become lower into the valley and you see a large lake beginning to open up in front of you. You see a small fishing house on the side of the lake, and you see a number of boats kind of lined up to the shore. One thing that catches all of your eyes is there's one boat floating out in the middle of the lake with what seems to be a lone fisherman.
We see any other? Can I see any other details? I got a 21 passive.
With a 21 passive, you see with your binocular vision a middle-aged man. There is a pole cast out, but it seems he's rifling through a few things. He picks up a book and he flips through a few pages of it and slams it closed. He reaches back down, pulls up a bottle of whiskey, downs about half of it before he stands up in the boat, looks around, and pulls up a large sack. And you see a bit of movement in the sack as he takes it and just dumps it over the side of the boat.
Good gods, what a day it's been. Everybody on a boat, except Irina, stay here with the kids. Everybody else on a boat right now.
I can swim pretty fast. You want me to swim?
You are wearing heavy armor. No, I do not want you swimming.
Oh shit, yeah.
Irina is just kind of like frozen. What is going on? What?
Nothing. Keep the kids here. The rest of us, come on. And as we kind of like get at least like 10 feet between us, he may have just thrown a body into the water. The bag was moving, and he just dropped it in the water.
I'm slowly taking off all of my armor.
No, we're not. We need to get the boat. Diana, do you think you could fly over there? Maybe I don't.
Yeah.
It's already in the water.
They've got time. Do we know how far away we are from this
Ooh,
fisherman and
give
his
me-
dumped body?
Let's see here.
I'm still
Barovia is
taking off all my armor.
24/7.
Dude, what if you need it?
I feel like you should keep your armor on.
It's about 400 feet away.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you swim in that?
Uh,
I start paddling.
yeah, I mean, like, I was like, if I get over there, I'm over there on my own.
We'll be on the way.
Can you swim?
I can fly.
Can you swim?
I mean, I'm alright.
Go in the water and then go and get the bag. Bring it closer to us.
I'll do what I can.
But if you can't swim, leave the bag.
No, I can swim. It's just like,
You're making it sound like you can't
I
swim.
can swim fine.
I can teach you if you want to learn how to
Right
swim.
now is not
We
the
do
time.
not have time. Get in the boat.
I thought we were in the boat.
Okay.
You're in the
I
boat.
thought-
Araya is already paddling you out towards the boat in the middle of the water.
I'm so fucking strong.
I will
Are there
try
2 sets of
to
oars?
fly out
I'm gonna
there.
assist in
No,
that.
this is one set of oars.
Fuck.
I'm going so fast.
I do want to keep my eye on the man, though, to see if he becomes hostile.
As of now, he's just turned up his bottle once more. He hasn't taken notice of you at this distance. Anyone who wants to, go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
I would love to.
Absolutely.
Perception?
Anyway,
Oh,
great.
baby.
3.
24.
I'm too busy.
19.
I didn't count. 11. No, 21.
Now, anyone who rolled above an 18,
I can't count. I did not.
you see that they're laying over kind of where the fishing pole is. There is another metal object of some sort. Most of you haven't seen anything like this, but maybe a few of you do. Seems he has some kind of firearm laid over the side of the boat. Another thing you take notice of is way across the lake on the opposite side, just at the foot of the mountain, is a cloaked figure with lightning crackling from their eyes, just watching this scene unfold.
Why does drunk man have gun?
Diana!
I'm going to skid
Get
in
that!
midair. And zoom back towards the boat. I know.
What? What?
I
did
got
you
a
say?
3. I'm still rowing.
Yeah, I don't know.
He had. I don't. He's got a weapon of some sort that I'm not familiar with. But it looks long range.
I am, and it's not good. Okay, the Fae, we don't do good with the metal and the. Oh shit!
Have I ever heard of this kind of weapon before?
Make an intelligence or history check.
I'll do a history.
Can I do
I'll make a
that?
history check, see if I know what it is.
Oh, 18!
Yeah, this is a musket.
Oh yeah, though that shit packs a powerful punch.
Yeah. Also, there's a man with lightning in his eyes on the other side of the lake. You might want to stop rowing.
What if it's a kid in that bag?
That's my fear.
I mean,
How close are we?
You're making good progress. You're moving about 60 feet a turn. So every 6 seconds, you're gaining 60 feet. You're a little over halfway there. And it begins, this person begins to take notice of you. And he stands up and he grabs his firearm and he's kind of holding it by the barrel and just looking out across the water at you, seeing if you're coming to him.
I make it seem like we're not.
We're going at Mach speed to a different point in the lake. Don't worry.
this boat that we just stole, does it have fishing rods in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it has fishing rods in it.
His eyes seem really bad eyesight, make it look like we're fishing.
Oh my god.
I will throw a reel out.
But wait, hold
Roll
on a
a
second.
deception check for me.
Hold on a second. You said that there was somebody on shore with lightning in their eyes?
Yeah.
That's what I said. Correct.
Oh, what are they doing?
I could
Looking.
try to talk. I could try to talk to either of them.
No.
You want to talk to the man with the gun and
We're
lightning
gonna make sure he
eyes,
puts the
McCready?
gun away.
I mean, it wouldn't be so. It wouldn't be very quiet. That's the problem.
Exactly. But we
We're
just need to
probably-
get close enough that somebody can go for a dive and go make sure that's not a kid in that bag.
Nether, you don't have to breathe, right?
Oh, that's a good point. I do
Just
not.
get in there right now.
Wait till we're closer.
I'm gonna.
She doesn't have to breathe.
Yeah, but what if this
But
thing
just-
in the
just
water
because-
does?
Just because she doesn't have to breathe does not mean she has a swim speed.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
everyone
sure.
can swim, though. It's just half your movement.
Yeah.
Nether,
Right. Yeah.
Nether, do you know how
How
to
far
swim?
out are we? How far out are we?
As of now, you're probably about 100 feet away, and you're kind of doing like this circling motion, trying not to throw him off, like not to attract his attention. But he seems very on his guard.
Um,
What was that deception, by the way?
21.
Oh, so as of now, he's kind of lowered the gun back down, and he's just gives you a wave, kind of looks back over the edge, and then just sits back down for a moment, just keeping an eye on you.
um,
Would it be a bit less suspicious if I just pushed her in? Like he did with the bag?
Once we get close enough, I don't think suspicion matters.
I can also make myself disappear, but that won't
What do
help
you mean?
the sound of like bitches. I can cast invisibility.
Oh, fuck.
How long does it last?
Probably an hour. No, I have no idea. Actually. Yeah, concentration up to an hour.
I say once we get within like 50 feet, go invisible and jump in.
Yeah, but it's gonna splash. So.
But she is. I assume not she, but the bag is. Is it still moving? Can we see that the bag is like?
Yeah, we're
You
like
can't
running
see
out of time, if anything.
you can't see this bag at all. You see a rope
Fuck.
tethered to the side of his boat, and you do see it kind of moves back and forth across the side of the boat as though something is moving. But
I am really not concerned with the man with the gun, okay?
Same.
I am.
I'm concerned about the man with lightning eyes.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
might get a little intense. Are we at all close enough to get a read on this dude? Except that.
as you get close, he stands back up and he just points the rifle at your boat.
Oh.
Don't come any closer. This is private business.
Oh, sorry. We saw you out here. We thought this was a place where the fish were biting.
There's
Good
plenty
fishing
of lake
spot.
here to go around. This is my fishing spot. Now move on.
Yes, sir.
Nether?
No, we're not telling you to fucking talk. We're telling you to go invisible.
That's what the problem is. The second I go invisible, he's gonna know I'm invisible.
No, you know when you're doing that game and there's the three things and they go.
Oh! I've got an idea. Hold on. As he's got a fishing pole in the water, right?
Yeah.
Can I use thaumaturgy and make it make the water not bubble, but like I want to
His bobber
make
goes
a
down and
sound
he
of like
thinks he caught a
something
fish.
happening in the water right near where the thing is happening.
Yeah, you can make like a splash effect
Yeah.
in the water, and
Yeah.
it does kind of avert his gaze for just a moment. He looks
He does
over.
that. Invisibility.
Roll a sleight of hand check for me.
And
You just
I'm
needed to
hitting the
distract
water
him
with
for a
the
second.
oar. With the oar to
Okay,
make it
okay.
seem like
So-
whatever splash
yeah.
she's about to do is my just a shit.
Fantastic. Okay, 14.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'm gonna jump in the water on the opposite side of the boat so that he
Okay.
can't see me.
You kind of just scuba dive or just fall backwards into the water.
Perfect. And that, as a dead person, I'm gonna cross my arm just for flavor.
All right. That's enough yapping. More paddling.
Yeah,
I'm
of
gonna
course.
start.
All right.
Very slowly back up,
Mhm.
but like
Um,
uber slow.
right,
How
now
far away does he allow us to get?
He waits until you get back about 100 feet away. Is kind of the berth he wants.
Okay.
I'm gonna instinctively go to breathe. And
You suck in a large amount of water, and for a moment you start panicking. You start
I do the
sinking. Huh?
hold my breath.
You go to hold your breath.
Yes, that's what I would instinctively do.
Um,
The other way around.
And you do hold your breath. And then very quickly you realize that there is no pain or tension in your chest from holding your breath. You're like, oh yeah, I don't need to do this anymore.
And then just gonna start heading on down.
You begin swimming, and you do see, just from the little fractals of light that shine through this rope, and you see it descends down about 30 feet until there is this very obviously human-shaped burlap sack with rope wrapped around it, just thrashing back and forth in the water.
Moving still.
Do you have a way to cut the rope? Like a dagger or
I'm
anything?
gonna feel it if I do that. Can I just try to, like, is there a way to try to undo it in itself? But, like,
You can try. You can also tell by the movement of this bag, um, whatever is in this is struggling to stay alive right now. There is not
Right.
much time
okay,
left.
fuck it. Dagger, just slash, try not to hit them.
All right. So for those of you up top, you see this rope that was once tight, snap, and almost like slingshot back up and hit the side of his boat. He
Sorry.
looks down and sees that it's been cut.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I was actually going to try to cut the sack itself.
Oh, the sack.
Yeah.
Okay, you can do that instead. He doesn't really take notice of that at first. He's more just glued on the party that is approaching and going back and forth, kind of trying to keep their distance but stay close enough to retrieve you. You cut this being free, and you see what seems to be about a 10-year-old, very icy pale girl, red hair that falls all the way down her back. And you can see, like, she reaches out to you, but she is losing consciousness.
What I suggest is whatever air you had in your body, just
Give it to her.
blow it
Yeah,
into
that's
her
kind of what I was
mouth.
thinking was, but I don't think I have any more because I'm still.
You
I'll
can
try to breathe out into her face, but I don't think that's gonna do anything.
You do give her a little bit of an extra breath, but there's not really anything that's going to help her. You need to get her above water if you want to save her.
I'm gonna, as I start to bring her up above water, I'm going to cast Mind Sliver up above and see if I can get that guy.
I suggest for both of you, if you have long range, to get it ready.
Guiding Bolt is prepared. I'm waiting.
Okay. I'm gonna say another. You have to have a visual on the person you want to cast the spell on.
Okay. Oh, shucks.
But you are invisible. I mean,
Oh, that's a good point. Wait, can I? Shit, that would take a whole second. I could, but it would use another spell slot. I could just cast it on her. But
And
I
you
don't
would
think
lose your concentration on yourself.
Good point. Yeah, let's just up on
I'm going to cast magic weapon on my light crossbow.
So Nether, you surface. You are invisible, but you surface with this little girl, and she immediately takes the biggest breath in and begins gasping and choking. This human man, elderly almost, looks over the edge, and he just frowns, and you see like this look of despair on his face, and he pulls up the rifle and begins aiming it directly at the girl. Everyone
Guiding
roll
bolt!
initiative.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a good point because he can't see me. So he has no idea that I'm even there.
Oh.
Hey, in.
What's your modifier?
Can I have?
It's
Oh,
a
go
good
ahead.
old-fashioned +2.
God awful on the initiative.
So, I technically got a 10 because I rolled an 11 minus 1. Would Kira go first? How would that work?
Because my dex is higher than yours.
Yeah, Diana will go first.
Yeah.
Can I say that I would have actually just gone basically straight up, so we're pretty close to the boat?
Yeah.
Because plus, if I know that if it's a long range weapon, that would put him at disadvantage in theory.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What did you roll for initiative?
Oh, 6. And I also want to try to put myself between both and her. Yeah.
Okay. So at the top of initiative, we have Amara.
Guiding bolt.
Guiding bolt. You just kind of conjure up this holy energy in your hands and throw it out towards this man.
19 to hit.
That hits.
Cool, cool.
I don't think he was in charge of this. I think someone told him to do it.
He's still gonna shoot a little girl.
Yeah, exactly.
17 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
And the next attack on him has advantage.
Ooh, that's helpful.
Is that your turn?
Does the girl appear injured at all?
Injured I mean, she seems half drowned and pretty heavily bruised. You can't really tell from this distance. Y'all are still pretty far away.
Yeah.
You do see that there is a cloud of red kind of emanating from where Nether is.
Okay. And I will say to Araya, get us as close as you can.
It's close.
Yes.
Sounds good. 10-4.
That's my turn.
Okay. That is going to be the fisherman's turn. And he is going to change his aim to the one that just hit him, take a shot.
Is
That
he at
is.
long range distance of a musket?
He is. It's going to be a 14 to hit.
Miss.
So this echoes, and none of you have even heard a firearm shot before, but you all just kind of grab your ears instinctively, especially like it echoes across the water. The little girl winces and tries to cover her ears, but then goes back to trying to hold herself afloat. He is going to reload his weapon and then hold it up, readying himself for another shot on the next turn. Diana.
I'm gonna get him with my crossbow, which would be at disadvantage, but because of the advantage, is just going to be a straight roll. Which is not going to hit. That is a 6.
Yeah, that misses. He kind of just ducks out of the way, and as he ducks, he almost stumbles and falls over. It seems this man is extremely inebriated. That's your turn?
Yes, that is going to be my turn.
Araya.
I'm rowing.
All right, you're rowing closer. You can use your dash and make it about 60 feet closer. So, I'm going to say that y'all probably didn't make it the full 100 feet away, so you're pretty much boat to boat at this point.
Okay.
And to answer your question from earlier, Mara, this girl seems extremely wounded, very cut up, bruised. It seems like this was not this man's first way of trying to dispatch her.
Okay.
Kill her. But okay.
I no longer give a shit if he's the one doing this or if he's taking orders or not.
Nether,
How old does this child look?
about 10 years old.
Yeah.
Murder
I'm
him.
gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Mind Sliver because he wouldn't be able to see anything appear from my hands in that case. So I'm gonna do that. That's 1d6.
Is it a saving throw or a roll to attack?
It is. Must succeed on an intelligence saving throw.
Honestly, my thought is get her in the boat and let's just go.
Failure.
Beautiful. In that case, he takes 6 damage, and I also subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw it makes before the end of my next turn.
Okay.
In theory, if I cast it again or whatever. But I'm also going to start. I assume I have her hand. I'm just going to
Yeah,
Okay.
you were just pulling her along with you, and she's
Yeah.
barely keeping her head above water.
And I put her on my back.
Yeah, and she's kind of like hyperventilating, like just putting her hands all over the back of your head. She doesn't even know what's happening right now because you are
Oh,
fully
she doesn't
invisible.
see me. She
Yeah.
doesn't
Well, at
see
this
me.
point,
And I have
when the
no
spell is
warmth
cast,
or like comfort at
Oh,
all. So
as you cast Mind Sliver, though, you do
yeah.
become visible, and
Oh
her
shit.
breathing kind of slows, and she just kind of wraps around you.
Okay. I just
Can you use
All
your
right.
movement to get in the boat?
You could use your movement. The boat is close enough for you to climb up.
And I'll help by pulling them up.
okay.
All right. So you come aboard the boat. The little girl is pulled aboard. She's extremely beaten up. It almost doesn't even make sense that she's alive right now. Um, Amara,
we're boat to boat.
boat to boat.
I'm stepping into his boat and casting a second level inflict wounds.
I'm gonna tell her to just like I assume she's kind of just flopped into the boat.
Yeah,
Okay.
17 to hit.
that hits.
Where are my d10s? Hang on.
Where my D10's at.
That's 40-10? One moment.
We have had it with these motherfucking child killers on these motherfucking boats.
Honestly.
23 points of necrotic damage.
You kind of grab him by the arm that he's holding the musket with and just pump necrotic energy into his body. He falls backwards onto his seat and just exhales. You don't know what you're doing.
You were killing a child, so I think I know exactly what I'm doing. And that's my turn.
All right.
No, it's my turn. That was my spell.
That's his turn. He is going to try to make a shove attack and
Okay.
push you into the water.
All right. My strength is awful, but let's see what this is.
Wait, I just realized.
That is an unnatural 20.
Backwards I go.
Wait, what did you get?
A 14.
Silvery barbs.
Okay. That is the same roll.
Well, balls.
Into the water.
I will give you advantage as you fall in for whatever you want to do next.
You're wearing heavy armor, correct?
Yes.
All right, we'll keep that in mind.
Oh, that is cocked.
That's his turn. Diana, it's your turn.
Okay. Let's see what we've got going on here for us. Do we go with the fairy fire? Do we want to get rid of this guy, or do we want to just leave?
Get rid of him.
Say
I
less.
think
She is
Not
going
only
to,
was killing a child.
and
He
kind of
just
like
pushed my wife into the
out on
water.
the lake, you see like what originally kind of seems to be like firefly lights until they become like pink, blue, green, sparkly fluorescent, and they will surround this man. I'm going to need him to make a dexterity saving throw with a minus d4.
Okay. Ooh, that is a 13.
That is going to fail.
he's a bit
Um,
discombobulated.
so he cannot become hidden from us. Not that I think he would. And all attacks on him have advantage.
Advantage.
Bonus action. Convert 2 of my sorcery points into a first level spell slot. Oh. Roll again to see if I get a nat 1. That's a 12. We're good. And, yeah, I think that's... I'm gonna kind of move to put my body in front of the girl. Make sure that he does not basically have line of sight towards her.
Okay. Araya.
How long would you say it would take to take off armor?
Heavy armor.
Quite a while. More than a few minutes.
Yeah. You trying to swim there, bitch?
How much would you say would it take? How long would it take to take off just some of it?
Give me one moment.
I don't need it all off.
I think you might.
I'm pretty strong.
You probably still could swim. It might just reduce it by a shit.
That's my thing. Is what I could potentially still swim enough.
It takes 5 minutes to take off heavy armor. So I'm gonna
Oh
say
my god.
2 minutes.
So much time.
I am vaguely familiar with how drowning works in D&D, but just so everyone knows, I have a +2 Constitution, so I'm good for 2 minutes.
Okay. That's not nothing.
I
Yeah.
thought that
That's,
like
what, 20
the
rounds?
breathing capabilities in D&D are nuts.
I am. Oh, you're both weak. I'm gonna take the 2 minutes to begin taking off
If you're talking
as
about
much
me,
armor as I can to be able to potentially. I'm gonna take a minute and a half.
about how much would it really like put her at disadvantage with that?
Quite a bit.
I'd be really fucking heavy.
She would be sinking, essentially, not swimming.
I'm gonna.
Which I think I'm wearing chainmail. I'm not wearing plate mail. I don't know if that makes any difference at all.
It is still heavy armor.
Yeah.
You're wearing the same amount as me,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna begin taking off my armor.
Okay. Nether?
Which, I mean, I did technically begin doing as everybody was getting in the boat as well before I started
That's true.
paddling.
Can I still see this guy with the lightning?
It seems as though he just has his arms crossed and is just watching from a distance. Every once in a while, he just kind of leans in and rubs his chin. And he doesn't really seem malicious other than just intrigued.
Okay. I'm just gonna level with this guy and just be like, you want to tell us why we shouldn't have done that or why you did this? Like, want to do some explaining?
There's no time for explanations. He's going to reach down and pick up the book that is in the bottom of his boat and toss it at you, and ready for another shot.
Can I threw a book at me?
He just threw a book into your boat.
Okay, in other words, he's probably important, y'all, but he's not telling us something. Can I just quickly glance at just look at the cover?
Yeah, it is a human face stitched onto the binding of a book.
The fuck?
Huh.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
It is, this entire book is bound in flesh, and the cover of it seems to be a face in anguish. And upon further inspection, it seems to writhe in pain.
So this book is alive.
Yes.
Hey.
That's not close enough.
Everything's bound in flesh in Barovia.
It's Necronomiconway Twitty.
I'm... Fuck it. This is all I can think of. I'm gonna cast Suggestion.
Yeah.
And just say, tell us what's going on. Quickly.
What kind of saving throw is that?
It's a Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Or I'll say summarize it. Give me the cliff notes.
That is a 15. Actually, yeah, 15.
Oh, shite. Well, that saves.
It's been my
And
turn
he
to
will give you
censor.
something. He'll say, I made a very bad decision, and I gotta clean it up.
Excuse me?
Use the fuck out of me. I know I have a bone.
I'm gonna look over at Araya at this point. Hey, you got that thing where you can see fiends and undead and stuff, right?
Yeah.
You might want to see if you're getting any pings right now. At least on your turn when you can do an action. But
Yeah, give me 6 seconds.
yeah, that's fair.
I don't know why that's what I do. I might have accidentally taken this. Did I? Why do I have this? The grappler feet. I don't know why I have the grappler feet. Does that help? No, that doesn't help. I was gonna try to I figured that suggestions about an action, so I was gonna see if that was a bonus action to just try to grapple him and make it look like we're still in combat. Instead of just talking to him, but I can't, so it doesn't matter. Wait, is that an action? I think it is. Never mind. Yeah, don't worry. That's my turn.
Okay. Amara, you're sinking.
Can I do anything?
You can try to shed your armor if you wanted.
How rapidly am I sinking?
Pretty rapidly. About your speed, your standard speed a turn.
Why are both
So
of you
30
trying
feet?
to swim right now?
We'll say 15 feet a turn.
How
Very
deep is the
fast.
water?
What now?
We're out in the middle of a lake. I imagine pretty fucking deep.
It's pretty deep. You can't see the bottom.
Yeah, I will. I guess begin trying to peel off some of the heaviest pieces of my armor.
All right, so you're going to start with your chain chest plate and begin trying to pull that off. I'll say that's probably going to take you about 10 turns to get that off.
Fuck it. I am not doing that.
Why did you guys jump in the water in the first place? Where are you going?
I was pushed.
She got pushed.
Yeah.
I didn't jump.
Okay.
Fuck it. I sink 15 feet, and that's it.
All right.
So you're 15 feet away from him, right?
Below, yeah.
Could you theoretically guiding bolt a hole through his boat?
DM?
Theoretically. I will also, with your passive perception, you do still see the rope that was dangling from the bottom of this boat that descends about 30 feet down.
I try to grab that.
Make a athletics check.
Athletics.
Athletics.
That was a pretty good roll. What's my modifier? +0, 17.
You grab a hold of this rope, and those of you on the surface see this man's boat just start tipping to one side, and he stumbles backwards. He is going to fall into the water.
Yeah, fuck you.
I was talking to. Okay.
Yeah, well now
that's
he's
your turn?
talking to the fish.
That's my turn, yeah.
It is his turn. He's going to use his movement to climb back into the boat. His gun did get soaked, however. He begins looking around in a panic. I guess she's your problem now. And he's going to start trying to paddle away.
Oh, the girl? Okay.
Okay. We're good with that? Different voice. Sorry. We're good with that, y'all?
With him wandering? With him going away? I keep falling into the southern accent, you two. You Bitches.
You're welcome.
Sorry, I almost turned into Ima there for a second, and no one on the fucking stream even knows who she is.
Because she's dead.
Kind of. Not really.
Uh,
She just turned into a frosty Disney princess. It's fine.
Speaking of frosty Disney princesses, we have a 10-year-old in the boat right now.
Yeah, currently dying of hypothermia.
You
Yes.
still are in initiative.
Amazing.
So it's Diana's turn.
Hang on. There's going to be a little bit of a change on Diana's turn.
Oh, I hate that.
The presence behind you grows rigid and begins to laugh a little bit. I guess Father doesn't want to play anymore, but that's okay. I have new friends. And she grabs you from behind and fully wraps you up, Diana, and tries to fall overboard with you.
Can I attempt to grab as a reaction?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and roll her initiative.
What sort of spell did this bitch cast on his daughter? That was the little girl that just grabbed him.
Yeah.
Right? Grabbed her. Sweet.
One moment.
One moment.
Amazing.
Wow.
So that is I'm going to put her in at
What number?
13.
Oh.
Yeah, that is going to put her before me.
And you will need to make a contested athletics check with her. And those of you that can see her, what was a very pale, innocent face, the eyes have like rolled back in the back of the head, turned completely white. The lips have turned black, and she just looks almost undead.
Amazing.
And that is going to be a 19 on her athletics check.
I got a 22.
I got an 18. I am going to Silvery Barbs her.
Okay.
I succeeded. I got higher than her.
Yeah, is that a
I
thing?
don't know that you could. I don't know that you can do that on a reaction though.
He said to me, oh, never mind. Never mind, I'm confusing myself.
She's grabbing me, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So yes, I will Silvery Barbs her then.
Okay. It's a natural 19.
Fair enough. This would be the greatest time, by the way, to roll a natural one and surge. Why is it?
Right?
Why is it that this subclass only surges on a nat 1? The surge is the best part of this.
Because the surge can drop a fucking fireball on your party.
Amazing.
It also turned me into a potted plant.
Yeah.
That's a 10.
Turn her into what?
A potted plant.
There's a potted plant option.
Well, what does the 10 do?
It's nothing if it's not a nat 1.
Okay. All right. So what was your athletics roll total?
That was an 18.
Okay.
So I guess we're both going over?
You're both going over.
Alright, fair enough.
You watch as this little girl fully picks up Diana and suplexes her into the water with unhuman strength. The book at your feet begins to moan and almost like chant in a language that you don't understand. That is going to be Diana. It is technically your turn. That was just kind of like a change of what was going on, so you can still take your actions and everything.
I am now in the water, thrashing against this girl, gasping for air, panicking, and then my body just kind of slows down for a second and just turns and goes, ooh, so scary. And I am going to go into a rage.
Okay.
Switch up. Go ahead and take one of my rages off. And let's go with, do I want bite, claws, or tail? I think I'm actually going to go with the tail.
Fuck yeah, that's my favorite one.
So this just kind of long bat's tail, sort of creeps from underneath the dress and is going to lash out at her.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll.
And that is going to be an 18 to hit.
That hits.
For 5 plus 3 plus remember the freaking rage damage is 10 points of piercing damage.
Okay. You completely pierce through this child's chest with your tail. Blood begins to pool in the water around you as the body falls limp. And from the mouth and eyes, this dark black smoke pours from it. And then you just hear this like laughing and just the sounds of madness swirling around you. It almost looks like a skull trailed by smoke just circling you in the water.
Nito Bandito. So this girl is no longer grappling me?
Oh no, she's dead.
Oh, sweet. Okay. This is going to freak out my party because none of them have seen my tail yet. But I feel like this bat's tail with a 10-foot reach is just going to, like, whip onto the boat and just kind of pull me back onto the boat with the 10-foot reach and 35-foot movement speed.
Okay, yeah.
So you guys see Diana go into the water and Vraska come up. Are we done with children?
I don't think so. Did is the book still talking?
The book is quiet now.
Okay.
She bleeds skull smoke, by the way. I just thought that would be fucking prudent to add.
I still feel, yeah, I don't. What happened down there?
She.
Also, what?
You are still in initiative.
Yeah, that's what I fucking thought.
So that is movement, bonus action, and action for me.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna kind of be like, she threw her over the fucking. You guys saw it. I'm not doing this.
Araya.
How much armor have I got off now?
Almost none.
You spent
In
one
12
turn.
seconds.
How much would I have been able to get off before we got on the boat? Because I began taking some things off as people were loading in the boat.
Probably your coif and your gauntlets and boots.
Boys.
The fuck's a
My
coif?
dude hit him with the coif.
The chainmail like headpiece.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
How much would you say I weigh right now?
I mean, I was told never to ask a lady her
Yeah,
weight,
I was
so.
gonna say.
How much? How much would my armor weigh right now?
Probably with the pantalones and shirt around 70 pounds.
Because it says it itself weighs 55.
Let's see. Probably about 30 pounds of armor still.
I'm gonna just keep taking off.
Okay. Nether.
I'm gonna dive into the water.
All right, you dive into the water.
Opposite the smoke.
Literally. I'm gonna see that there is an Amara and just an Amara and a dead girl's body, right?
Yep.
Is she dead or unconscious?
Oh, she's dead.
Fuck.
Well,
You also
she
see a plume of black smoke moving through the water, almost shark-like.
amazing. Okay, I'm going to. Fuck!
You're gonna
initial.
fuck?
Leave me alone. Okay, I'm gonna grab this girl's body and I'm going to. I'm gonna cast Spare the Dying on it.
You cast Spare the Dying. The reaction you get is Spare the Dying is for creatures and beings that are on the verge of death. This is a corpse.
Oh, is it death? Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
Spare the
wait.
Dying just stabilizes unconscious.
She is
Then
fully
never
dead.
mind. Okay, well,
There is a massive hole through her midsection.
got it. Okay, well, instead, I probably would have known that. So before that, I'm gonna, I guess, go for Amara and try to help her on out.
Okay. You easily enough make it over to Amara. You're very close. The boats are still kind of side by side, and you see she's clutching onto this rope, and you just kind of like grab onto her armor and start trying to help her up. And I'll say you guys make it to the surface.
You good? Okay.
That's your turn.
I would that be my action and everything probably?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we'll both just be in the boat in the boat.
Amara.
What the fuck is happening? Where's the dude? I know he fell backwards, and can I see him?
Oh no, he was back in the boat.
Yeah, he's
Well-
on the boat that you are pulled yourself up from the rope of. So he's
Yeah.
paddling, trying to get away, and he kind of just looks down and just like, oh shit.
Aw, shit.
So, okay, because he was paddling away. I'm attached to his boat. So does Nether help me into his boat?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, cool. Inflict wounds once again, because I don't know what's going on.
All right.
And fuck you for pushing me off your boat, dude.
Say it.
Nat 1.
What is it?
Nat 20.
Oh, Nat 20.
Let's
All right.
fucking go. 6d10 to the veins.
Overkill.
40 points of necrotic damage.
You disintegrate him to ash.
Okay.
He got any good things in his boat?
I need
mean,
to catch my
there's-
breath for a second.
Half a bottle of whiskey.
Chug
That's
it.
mine now.
Which, by the way, Amara, now that you are on the boat, you can see that Diana and Vraska have switched.
Instantly, and I also see a lack of a little girl.
And she just kind of sits back and goes, you know, you could be more brutal than me sometimes.
Sometimes. What the fuck is going on?
Little girl attacked Pixie, threw her into the water, said something about daddy doesn't want to play, rolled her eyes in the back of her head all like a demon bitch, and I skewered her with a tail.
Okay, cool. Are we in initiative still?
Yes, you are. And that is going to be your turn. So, on to the entity's turn. It
What
is
do
one-
you mean by that?
It is going to fly out of the water and go for the closest person, which will be Vraska. It is going to completely move into your space and begin obfuscating your ability to see and take in fresh air. Go ahead and make a charisma saving throw.
And that is with my inability. I don't have to breathe.
Yeah, it's not actually taking your ability to breathe. It's just
Okay.
like in your face.
Charisma saving throw. Fantastic. That is going to be a soft 20.
All right. You feel this thing begin to pour itself into your orifices and try to take control of your body, but you're able to will it out and again starts circling in the air around you. And it's just this shrill, like screaming of thousands of people almost in the air, just echoing across the surface of the lake.
And
Um,
I know Caitlin's not here, but I feel like she just kind of turns to Amara with like a fucking like side sneer and goes, "That happened."
it is, however, your turn.
Uh, neat. She's going to know for a fact that her attacks are not magical. And I think what she's going to do is she's going to look down at the light crossbow that used to be in Diana's hands and still has the magic weapon cast on it. And is going to be like, when in Barovia. Pick the thing up, and just...
All right, make your attack.
That is Dex plus proficiency. So, yeah, okay, cool. That is cocked. That is bad. That is going to be a 12.
That you do make contact with the cloud, but the bolt passes straight through it.
Ah. Shit. She doesn't have anything that she does with bonus actions, I don't think. No, rage kind of is her thing.
Do you get to add the D8 to your AC, though?
If it attacks me. Unfortunately, it forced me to make a save.
Okay.
But yeah, while you were gone, this thing was basically trying to, like, take over my body. Didn't work.
I heard.
And then it's circling over my head. I just kind of look at you and go, that.
I see.
Cool. Yeah, can I use my movement to start paddling this boat?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna grab it and I'm just gonna start, like, trying to get us as much distance as possible.
Okay. I'll say you can move about 30 feet. You have 40 feet of movement?
I have 35.
You move 35 feet with the boat.
Yeah. Just like,
Um,
hey, do your holy shit, and then, you know.
Who's on what boat right now?
Nether and Amara are on the fisherman's boat.
Yeah.
And everybody else is on the boat you came here in.
Yeah.
Araya, it is your turn. You see your wife is now safe as she can be, with some kind of smoke demon floating around.
I don't have much when it comes to range. I am gonna...
Are you a pally with Bless?
No.
Hell yeah.
Bless?
Oh, shit.
How far away are we from the other boat?
35, I think. Because we were boat to boat.
Yeah, about 35 feet.
The fuck you talking about, Bless, then? It's only 30 feet. I'm gonna turn undead. Turn unholy.
All
What
right.
the fuck is it called?
You cast
Turn
Turn
the
Undead,
unholy.
and the shrieking grows louder than it was before, almost deafening you. And you see the smoke dissipate, regather, and sink back into the mouth of the book, whereas sutures kind of form from the lips and tighten itself back, and the mouth closes. You are now out of initiative.
Goodness. Oh my God.
Ooh. Also, what's the range on Turn Undead?
30 feet.
60.
Oh shit.
Cool. What
Wait, no, okay,
save
30,
is that?
30, 30 feet, 30 feet, 30 feet.
That's cool. We're in the same boat. What's the save on that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's
also
really
am
low. You
not
should be
that
good.
far.
But I mean, like, what's the
12. Wisdom.
12 wisdom?
I saved.
Do I have a dagger?
Yo, why?
Pretty much all of my saves are decent, but you just see, like, as Vraska is rowing, and you do your Turn Undead, like, immediately stops rowing, spins on her heels, and hisses at you. And is like, I didn't mean your holy shit! Nope, fuck that! And shoots back out into Diana.
Does Diana have a knife on her?
Let me see.
Josh, what does that feel like?
Turn Undead.
Yeah.
It feels like your skin is being seared and boiled. Feels like your soul is being shunted from your body. So if you had a heart, it'd be kind of like a heart attack and being boiled alive.
So my heart just palpitated for a second, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, God.
I do
It
have a
also-
dagger, actually.
I kind of want to just grab the dagger off her, and I know that on the book the lips were sewn shut, but I kind of just want to just stab a dagger to keep them shut, if that makes sense.
So like through the lips to try to hold it closed.
Yeah.
Okay, you can do that easily enough.
I mean, I would have
It is
said
leathery.
yes.
Kind of hard to force the knife through, but it does.
I'm pissed.
You know,
No reaction from the book.
What the fuck? Is everybody okay?
Sure.
Decently. Yeah.
But I'm actually gonna say that, take my head and go down into the water and grab the body of the girl.
Can I
Yeah, you could do
yell
that.
to the lightning eyes on the shore? Is he
Sure.
still there?
He's pretty far away at this point, but yeah.
What the fuck was that?
He just stares at you.
As I come up, I'm just gonna thaumaturgy, like, make my voice boom. Did you know that was gonna happen?
He points at the water, and you see a bunch of clouds kind of form up, and lightning strikes the water in front of him. He pulls up his robe and begins scooping fish up into his robe and begins hobbling off into the snow.
Oh, he just came to fish.
All right. Let's get back to shore.
No,
And
wait,
then
I do
we can-
actually think that was the Mad Wizard, though.
Can we, like, go
I
back?
do actually think that was
I
it.
don't know how many people are in Barovia that can cast lightning, so I'm going to assume.
I'm just gonna continue to make
Guys.
my voice boom. Can you do anything about her?
Not my
that's-
problem.
You can't revive her or anything?
Nope.
Ask him what he's good for.
Did you enjoy the show?
It was okay. I've seen better.
Ask him what he's good for.
Who are
Absolutely
you?
nothing. Sing it again.
Lightning bolt, bitch! And he strikes lightning down again and runs.
Lightning bolt, bitch.
I just grab the oars and start rowing towards him. I know we're
Yeah,
rowing.
I'm going
No,
towards this
hey,
man now.
whatever
So-
his deal is,
this
we have
fucking
bigger
man
things to deal
is
with.
from
The children
another
are back on
module.
shore. We need to get back to them.
Oh yeah, shit.
This
We have
man
a
doesn't
dead
know he's
child
in
in our
Curse of Strahd.
Yes, presumably. But actually, it's not in our boat. Well, yeah, you did drink. Can we back to shore, please? I don't like the water.
Yeah, let's head back in. Also, we
Goodbye
can have
forever.
What did he say?
Goodbye forever.
Wait, where are you going?
Ask him what
answer.
he's good for.
I love you guys. I'm gonna disagree and just start rowing this boat back.
I am in your boat.
Yeah.
Do you want to fight me right now?
I'm just gonna say, y'all, don't you want to do anything about her?
we have 2 kids in an
There's
arena.
nothing he can do. I
They're
can't even
fine.
heal her.
Nether, think of
If
the
he's a
children.
wizard, he can't heal her.
He can't.
No, wizards can't heal.
That's okay. That's not completely true. I mean, obviously, clerics and paladins are better at it, but like we do get some access to some healing spells.
Well, a couple,
You-
but
You're a
anything that can bring
sorcerer.
back the dead.
I will say, kind of at this point, Amara and Nether are a bit too far. Other than if you guys are just shouting all this information.
are.
across
We
the
are.
lake.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
shouting.
Okay. Fine.
I
I thought you were a
children.
sorcerer.
Also, I will be right back. Go ahead and argue amongst yourselves.
Wizards can't heal. Why the hell do you think Mazen just keeps not doing anything?
Wizards don't. I don't know of any healing spells they get access to.
They have access to no.
They get
They
access
have
to cure wounds. I'm going to say that right now. They get access to cure wounds.
Wizards?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You get access to what?
I know artificers do.
Hold on, let me pull up Mazen.
Artificers, whatever the fuck. I can't talk.
Awesomar.
Did you see the size of that last shot I took, Alexa?
No, I missed it.
I filmed it on myself. It was so cool.
Oh, they do not get access to cure wounds.
Do they
No.
have Revivify? That's all I need.
No.
Damn it!
Wizards have access to false life. Some of them do. That's it.
Well, what the fuck is a wizard good for then? Anyway.
Damage.
Stupid.
Glass cannon.
Yeah, we're fucking good at shit, okay?
Uh-huh.
I thought you were a sorcerer.
I am, but I know wizards.
I know wizards too.
I have I have a best friend who's a wizard. Actually,
There was
weirdly
one
enough,
back where I
Is this
used
like
to
a-
live.
Is this like a Disney World character, like face characters? They have to be like, oh, I'm friends with.
You do all know that the Mad Wizard was the one who revived Rotko, Stanamir's son.
Y'all?
Because he's a
Into an
necromancer.
undead.
Yeah, he is an undead. But he's a fully sentient undead.
That could have been after the fact. Anyway.
what's the bonus?
Please take me back to shore. I can't swim there. I will drown.
We could split up.
No.
Sure. Take me back to the other boat and then go catch up with them.
Fine. Here, I'll just swim there.
All right.
Bye.
All right, so Nether,
We'll
you're
see
swimming.
you in about 10 levels when we're 1v1 wanting Strahd and somehow you're on his side.
You're swimming after this wizard.
I swim and you just see this behind you.
So what are we doing?
Get 2 fucking boats. Give me a goddamn boat.
No.
I take you to the other boat and then I go that way.
Okay.
All right, you drop Amara off, and then you begin in hot pursuit of this barefoot, crazy man. I will say that as you're getting to the shoreline, you see him like with a staff just pushing his way up the mountain. He's probably about 100, 200 feet away.
I mean, he's quick.
No, it's just this is a big ass lake.
Yeah, I'll run up to him.
All right.
Not like in a hostile way, just like I don't think she's a runner. So
He turns and looks at you. What do you want from me?
your name to start would be nice, actually.
I have no name.
Do you
You,
not
show me your teeth.
show him my teeth?
I
I don't have
see.
anything.
You think my magic has weakened, do you? It has not, I tell you.
Okay. So you have no ability though to help out this little girl that's dead.
It doesn't sound like my problem.
Whether or not it's your problem, that's not what I'm asking. Do you or do you not have the ability to do this?
Would you like to see a magic trick?
I love this
If-
man.
I would. I love them too. um. Sure. But before you do, because I have a feeling he's gonna disappear on me. I'm actually gonna offer my arm for him to help him walk up the hill. Do you need assistance?
I need no assistance. Why are you being kind to me?
Seem like an interesting guy?
You're a bit too young for my liking.
Not in a. Rescind the arm.
It's been lovely and all, but my fish will go bad. And he puts the fish in his mouth and casts polymorph on himself and turns into a massive goat and bleats at you and begins walking up the mountain.
This is the greatest
found-
character in the history
I've-
of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, I found my new favorite character.
You never answered my question.
Bah.
Bill didn't answer my question.
It's the only answer you're gonna get right now. My dude's a
No,
goat.
I know. Hey, can you point in the direction where you live, just so we can find you later?
Kind of holds a hoof up to like the upper part of the mountain.
Just right up here?
Bah.
Bob once if it was a yes, and Bob twice if it was a no.
And this man lets out the longest bah as he's just walking up the mountain.
Okay. Okay. We'll see you later. Nice to meet you. I'm calling you Steve. Bye. I start turning around. I don't know, I'm back. Looking back, see if he follows. Okay.
No, he is a man on a mission for fish.
A fishing.
A fishing, if you mind.
You know, I'm starting to think that everything in these lands is royally fucked. And I mean everything.
It is smart to think that. Yes. Like, even if it's not fucked, we should assume it's fucked.
Yeah.
I kind of like that guy, though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, that's fair. We got. I don't have time to chase after him. We need to get these kids to Velaki. We need to get Irina there. I mean, we can chase them up a mountain a different day.
Out of all the people we've met so far, I think that one was the most entertaining.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I would love to meet him again.
I also think he's like the first person who just doesn't have an enemy. You know? Like,
No,
he
I
doesn't
think he
have a
does.
horse in the race.
I think that's the Mad Wizard that goes against Strahd.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
And my dude just wanted to fish.
he had a very efficient fishing technique. Efficient.
He did.
Very efficient.
Oh, fuck.
Is that the first thing we hear as you're just like climbing out of the fucking lake?
Efficient.
He doesn't have a name, apparently. I was calling him Steve.
Cool. I am surprised you're alive, but very happy to see you.
He was that just odd fella, you know. He wasn't hostile, just kind of, a kooky old man. That's, I think, the best way to put it. Might have dementia or some sort of memory altering sort of thing. But yeah, he was in help. But he does live right up there.
He lives up on the mountain?
Yeah, in theory. Unless he was saying he lives further, but I think he lives just right up here.
Neat. Priority, Valaki.
Mm-hmm.
Secondary priority, see what's up with him, maybe?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe
hey,
secondary priority, flesh book with the soul of a weird girl in it.
Can first priority be finding a place to bury this girl? And then shift priorities from there.
I mean, yeah, I suppose.
I look over at Amara. I look over at Amara as I say that. My dog is trying.
I'm knelt next to her body, and there's nothing I can do, right? But I mean, Amara would still try.
No, she's
Fully dead.
super dead. Irina is kind of like taking the children off to the road and is just like trying to keep them away from this. But no, this girl is fully passed away. As you take a closer look at her and you begin piecing things together, the girl that you first saw is not the same girl that's laying in front of you. This girl is very obviously Vistani. At this young of an age, she already has tattoos of ivy down her arms. She has dark, like brown, wiry hair. It almost seems like whatever this spirit was doing was putting on the illusion of the fisherman's daughter, perhaps, to fuck with him.
Well, I mean, we can bless a ground to bury her, but that would take up the rest of our afternoon. Our options are burying her or getting to Valaki today.
What about cremation?
I don't have a fast way of doing that.
I've got a torch. But you have half a bottle of alcohol.
I don't. Oh shit. The second she says cremation, sword appears in my hand. Flame. I have a way of doing it, but not a way that I'm super keen on.
We got a bottle of alcohol and I've got a torch.
I don't know how much I like that idea either, though.
Or we just leave her on the boat and set it out.
Viking funeral. I put her on the boat.
Light the boat on fire.
And I light the boat on fire and I push it towards the water.
Is that what y'all are doing?
Yeah.
All right.
Did
You
this
give
a
this-
lot back home.
Give this young girl a Viking's funeral. It's not the first bit of death you've seen here, but you do wonder if perhaps it may have been avoidable in some way, but you don't know. And the rest of the travel is before you. You do have a few fishing rods, a book stitched in flesh.
What are we gonna do about this book?
We could put it in the soul bag.
I feel like
I think the soul bag might just be for souls.
There's some sort of something trapped in that book.
Can I open the book?
Don't open the book.
I think that's probably not going to happen.
I have the
Probably
book because I
advised
stuck a
against.
dagger through its lips.
Yeah, but that's not where the pages are. That's just on the cover.
Oh, there are many pages to this book.
Yeah.
I think
Let's get the kids situated, and then we can open the creepy haunted
That's
book.
fine. We can do that. I'm gonna keep. is mine.
All right, you can put in your inventory flesh-bound book.
Love it. Sexy.
Is it?
Maybe.
I mean,
Ew. Just put some lingerie on it and then.
whatever floats your boat. We have
Ah.
2 boats to float.
One now, one's
Sorry.
on fire.
Yeah, we do have 1 boat to float.
The only sexy thing here is my wife.
Hey, real quick,
Damn.
I still have a Granny's Dream Pie in my inventory. Do I have it or does someone else?
I have it.
You have it? Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Put it in the boat.
You see that, by the way, that Diana like, seems almost hurt at that comment of like, the only one sexy here is my wife. She gets it, but also as a fae, they're used to being like the hottest one in the room. So she's just
I think
kind of
seeing
like,
that, or I'll check you out, and then just look back at my wife.
At that statement too, I'm just gonna glance over at Irina and then just glance back, like the quickest little.
Yeah, we know.
Irina has got these children by the hands. Is kind of like as they like jump around in mud puddles, she's kind of lifting them up and helping them splash, fully trying to distract them from all the chaos.
Irina is mommy.
Does this lake, does it look more like a lake, or could it potentially be a great river?
This would be a lake.
One might even call it a lake.
Rivers have canals. This is one big body of water.
Big body.
Big body water, y'all.
Body.
I did tell
That's
you
a
almost
thick
saw
old
me a
lake right
girl
there.
turn into a big plume of black smoke. That shit was real.
Yo, that man, that was the wizard.
They were
The
like,
mad
yeah, of course
wizard.
you did, Cletus. Now have another bottle.
The mad wizard is by the lake by Velaki.
Amazing.
He'd
It's like
do be a
the-
mad wizard.
A tree in the hole in the bog. Walk down the valley up, put it.
Lightning bolt, bitch!
That
I love him so much.
was the greatest fucking line.
Oh,
of just shocks the water, puts a fucking bunch of like fish into his pantaloons, just
And then
flips the
walks
party
away.
off, and then
Could we take
Probably-
a quick intermission?
yeah.
Yeah, we need a break.
Honestly, like, probably gonna wrap up pretty quick.
Okay,
Once,
never mind.
Like, I'm just trying to get y'all to the city.
He says as he also gave us a interact. What's it called? The fucking encounter. There we go.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, had you not played your cards correctly there, you probably would have died instantly.
Pardonas mio. Fucking excusez-moi, my fucking dude. What
That
did you
wizard
do?
is one to rival Strahd. If we pissed him off and didn't let him go fishing, he probably could have killed us.
Wizard time, disintegrate, bitch!
My
Wouldn't be the
dude's
first
gotta
character
have
I've lost to
access to
disintegrate.
Wish.
Alright,
Yeah, we head to Velaki.
we
All
are, we just wanted to stop off, go a little fishing, but you know, nothing's biting out there, so, guess we're just gonna have to make it to Velaki and get ourselves a dinner.
Yes, let's get these little ones somewhere safe. They've told me a bit about themselves, and I think Velaki would be the best place for them.
What are their names?
The little boy here, his name is Freck, and little girl is Liliana.
Sorry, Liliana, and what was the other name?
Freck.
Fred? Or Shrek?
Combine both.
Freck.
He is Freck. He
You
is,
sticking with that?
he is the best and worst parts of Fred from Scooby-Doo and Shrek.
Oh my god.
That's his name in the book. It's very unfortunate for him.
Yeah, I was
You
like,
could have changed it.
you got like this really
No.
pretty Liliana, and then it's like, This one is Freck.
William.
I almost broke Josh. Oh.
Oh, okay. I'm good.
All right, we start down the road.
All right. So you travel on until the valley comes to its lowest point, and beside the brooding mountains to the north and the woods to the south, the woods recede and reveal this small burg. Thick fog presses up against the walls of it, um, as though it's looking for a way inside the village itself. Um, this dirt road ends in a set of sturdy iron gates with a pair of shadowy figures behind them. Planted in the ground all along this road are like pikes with wolves' heads impaled on them. And as you approach, a man with a halberd looks out to you. Travelers from Barovia,
Yes.
state your business.
Safety, hopefully. Just seeking shelter.
You're not the first refugees. Are you from the city of Barovia?
Yes.
Kirk, open the gates. And then the gates slowly begin to open. And you are welcomed with what seems to be a pretty lively little village. There's quite a bit of light here, most of it artificial from different torches and these like pyres that are burning throughout the city. You also see there is a magnitude of like decorations everywhere, almost like festive. There are banners and tassels, ribbons. There is in the center of the city, you can see from here, a giant wicker sun being constructed. And that's where we'll stop off for tonight. All of you are level 5, so congratulations, guys. You live.
Who attacks?
Goodness.
And you have a very big village to explore next session.
Third level spells.
Yeah.
Wait, did you say level up?
Level up.
She.
Level up. Level up.
So before we wrap up our stream here, why don't we all go ahead and roll for HP, and we'll just go in camera order. So we're going to start with Caitlin.
8. So 10 more HP for me.
All right. And Kira?
I have to do this twice. That is cocked. Do we reroll once?
You do reroll one.
Oh, thank you. God damn it. Okay. That's a 3, so 4 extra hit points.
Okay.
For Diana.
For Diana.
Fuck.
I will do that when I level her up in D&D Beyond. And then we get a much, much bigger dice over here.
B12.
God damn it, land on the book! Okay, and 8 more points for Radaska.
Very nice. All right. Alexa?
7.
7. And Danny?
We reroll ones.
Yes, you do.
8 plus 2, 10.
Very nice. Everyone's looking thick now.
Oh, man. I'm all the way up to 23 hit points. That's so wild.
So strong.
And then what? I said 8? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Am I actually... Hold on. I actually need to check this out. Yeah, 38 plus 8 is 46.
Yeah.
Vraska is literally at double Diana's hit points.
As am I.
What is
I'm at
everyone's
50.
max HP?
39.
I got 46.
50.
23,
Damn.
46.
Very nice. Well, everyone, thank you for joining us tonight. It's been quite the roller coaster since everyone's left the Surf pools, and we will jump right into the city of Valaki next time. So thanks for joining us, everyone, and good night.